Last week on Engine Power, you saw us tear down a 225 cubic inch Slant 6, which was Chrysler's most durable and reliable engine ever built. Unfortunately, ours sat out in the elements and heavy corrosion kept us from reusing it. So we started with a later model block and had it freshly machined. Now the crank was installed with an upgraded one-piece rear main seal, and reconditioned rods were dropped through the bores with new pistons attached. A completely refreshed cylinder head was dropped on the deck, and the engine was finished off with performance parts from Hooker, Offenhauser, and Edelbrock. We couldn't dyno our Slant 6 because the bell housing diameter is too small and it wouldn't dock up to the dyno. But we told you we had a home for it, and it doesn't get any better than this 71 Duster.
When it's cold, it spits, it sputters. I got to warm it up. It's got an exhaust leak, so it just makes a lot of racket.
And here's its owner, Ken Symington, who has an emotional attachment to this work in progress.
You know, this car is over 40 years old. There's not that many of them out there running. Mainly since my wife bought it brand new. When I first met her, she was blonde, she was cute. But the next time I saw her, she showed up in this red car, and the red car and the blonde hair went together, and I knew right then I was in trouble. She loved it. It was her first car. She might love it more than she does me. I've never asked that question to her.
Recently, Ken's son paid to get it back to its original condition by sending it to a local body and paint man where the refresh started. The car was stripped to bare metal and received a couple new panels before the original color was laid back down. Now the final touch was the black pinstriping that gave it a nice but subtle look. Ken's next upgrade is obvious.
Everyone will have a 340 or 440 in a Plymouth Chrysler product. I don't want to race it. I just want to drive around and show it to people and educate them about what type of motors were done in the 60s and 70s. And the Slant 6 is a classic.
And that's why we asked him to bring the car here. This is actually more fun than dynoing a big power car.
I feel safer, but not really. Just for fun, let's see what this one has left in it.
All right, here we go.
We'll make the pull from 2,000 to 3,800 and hope we can make it there. This isn't the original 225 engine. It was replaced with a 95 horsepower 1975 model in the 80s, and it's seen a lot of miles since, making this Duster a perfect home for our leaning tower of power. I think we're there. At a whopping 64 miles per hour, it made just over 70 horsepower. And the graph tells the story.
We're not laughing at it, because this was a staple of economical performance back in the day. So to get Ken back in reliable cruising status, we'll be upgrading the cooling system from Summit Racing, a drum